against me.
Love you, Seth.
Yeah. I can tell. Anyway, I've got a few spoken words here. Like I said, no idea I was going to be doing this, so there's not anything rehearsed. Making sure trying to figure out.
It's alright. We got all night.
I mean, I love you with the love of God and the love of Jesus Christ. When it comes to actually loving you,
Love you too, Seth.
yeah. Anyway, I wrote this one about a good friend that it's sort of an encouragement to get past meeting someone surface level, because you never know the impact that you're gonna have. And I apologize if I end up being really loud in this one, but I get pretty emotional when I do this one. But anyway, without further ado, I guess I'll go at it. Make sure my phone's on silent, because if this goes off during the middle of this thing, I'm gonna be laughing like crazy. Okay. Yeah, and sorry to waste Justin's battery on this camera, but it's past 5 minutes later.
It's fully charged, no problem.
Okay. She used to believe in innocence until she lost it all. Believes in nothing, hollow, lives life expecting to fall. Lives with arms folded tight, back against the wall. Her back's against the ropes, and all is lost, swallow the guilt. She learned to abandon all her hopes. She throws them all away, buries them at sea, trades them all in for sweet and masochistic dreams. And she means it when she says that you mean everything to me. But it's the pain that chokes her back, that chokes her life out of her, holds her back every time that she breathes. And I want to love her, and I want to show her, but she just won't believe. So I'll keep singing the songs, humming the tune, praying to God that these compliments rock her to sleep. She told me, don't believe in God, trust nobody, don't invest time trying to make friends. They'll all just cut you down, no, just bury your hopes, cover your tracks, and never look back again. And I just stood there and said nothing, my mind trying to take it all in. I couldn't think of a word to say, but I would not rescind. She broke the silence, showed me the scars about a foot long and a mile wide across her arms. One for every time she'd been lied to, screamed at, beaten, and thrown around, and one for every time she fallen apart. One for every guy that walked out. She showed me this mark about a nickel size where she carved a heart into her skin and crossed it out. And I want to pour it all out for her. But she's burned it into her mind, takes anything precious, folds it neatly, and leaves it all behind. Still carries baggage of guilt and worthlessness. No one ever cared about her, so she's all cut up inside. And it's in this contraption from hell, the only place she's been known to reside. And if she could just get one fast chance to retrace her steps across the ballroom floor to that one last dance with the fairy tale prince, then maybe she'd find her some happiness to last her to the end of the night. Because as it stands right now, she's got about the chances of an Eskimo in the Georgia sun in the middle of July. See, she was like an angel, trying to masquerade as a demon. Tries to hide her beauty, but every once in a while, a little bit of light seeps in. And I swear, if you watch carefully enough, let the light catch her just right, she shines bright like a prism being crystallized, and it's a shame you didn't see it. It's a shame she doesn't see it. And you'll never know just how much she's died. And you will never know all the tears she's cried, how much she bleeds to live and lives to bleed, all messed up on the inside. Her wounds cut deep into the skin, sharp like 10 million knives, but she's got about the beauty and grace of 10 million king's brides. It's a shame they didn't see it. It's a shame you made her feel about as worthless as a piece of gum trampled into a crevice on the sidewalk cement. It's a shame that she's used to it, that this has been a process, a repeating, a flagrant, a tragic, a pattern sequence, and she's a treasure, a heavily guarded secret. But she's buried under tumultuous rubble of a cavernous cave. But you will never know her because she took it to her grave. Pushed there far too early because her resolve finally decided to break, her levees begin to fail. Her levees finally fell. Her dam's blown away. She got tired of everyone screaming in her ear that she was just one big mistake. It's a shame you didn't see it. She made her decision. And she's gone now. But to me it's like she never left, see? See, I see her every time I close my eyes. I feel her in my chest every time I take a breath. Words cannot and never will be able to express how much she meant to me. Lives inside of memories. Lives as an angel, I'm sure of that much. Feel her every time the wind rushes through the trees. See, she taught me everything I know about life, touching hearts and massaging souls. She'll forever remain in my heart as a spiritual entity. Forever live on, forever. Soar across the skies as an angel. Rest in peace. And it's about not quitting on yourself whenever you're going through those problems. My heart's a broken clock, but I still believe in miracles. My heart's a black chasm, but I still have faith in the spiritual. See, my arms are like anchors weighing me down. I may have lost my way along this path, but I'm making my way out. And you don't know me. I don't practice piety, and the world would still turn without me. I try to practice sobriety, but every single day I have people who doubt me. The biggest one is myself. I scream in the mirror, hating myself to death. 6 months, maybe 12, or an eternity of wasted breaths for all my sins. Every single day I condescend. Beaten and beaten down, time and time again, I become a specter, a ghost. Barely able to feel a thing or have any hopes. My heart is a battleground. My life is a battleground. But even though my heart's a broken clock, I still believe in miracles. My heart's a black chasm, but I still have faith in the spirituals. And God's still up there beyond those stars. And when battles aren't impossible to fight, even if it feels like they are. And right now it feels like I'm being ripped apart, but at least I'm feeling something. And that in itself is a start. See, God's not dead and we're not lost. I may have gashed my head open, but the battle isn't lost. I said, God is not dead and I'm not lost. I may have to lose some battles myself, but often to win the war, that's the sacrificial cost. Past. It was a really weird and complicated situation, and it's one that I wish I could have changed. And I've learned a lot since then, since I wrote this. I feel like oftentimes we let ourselves get angry, and we let ourselves stoop to someone else's level at the cost of maybe being the change in their life. We want to yell at people for what they aren't, and for tell them what they're doing wrong, and then go telling everybody else about that person and how bad how terrible they are as a person because they do this, this, and this. But we never actually get to know them past the surface level to maybe have changed that. I had that situation. I grew up in a school that we were very shallow friendships. Even we had small schools, so we knew each other all the time. From kindergarten all the way up to 10th grade, I went to that school. And instead of getting pulled down to that level of just completely shallow and insulting each other, I should have been the one to affect change in lives, because that's what I was in the position to do. Looking back on it, I see that now. That's what we are supposed to do. We are supposed to affect change. So if there is someone that's dragging you down, instead of letting them drag you down, go to them, jump down, and really engage with them past that surface level and try to actually affect change in their life. This one is about basically that. And just basically about how you can't be there for everybody when you try. But, that's just the way it is, I guess, sometimes. I'm still having to figure this one out because, honestly, this is, I write a lot about stuff that's happened in my past, but this is one that's happening in the present. So I'm still trying to work all the details out and try to, dig stuff up. So. And I was never a chivalrous man. That isn't to say that I didn't do all a man can, only to say that sometimes you have to say that I can't. And I can't give what I don't possess, see. See, strength is like gold in a treasure chest. It has to run out eventually. But it was good while it lasted. Do you understand? Well, fantastic. Then you should know that mine ran out a while back, and I've been giving out what I don't have. Sometimes strength is like a loan. You pay it back with interest. Let me explain what I mean before you lose interest, see. See, I've been giving you strength for some time, but the bank came and repossessed all of mine, and I wish I could let you lean on my shoulder, but they took that too as part of the foreclosure. Don't lecture me. And don't you dare call me a hypocrite. I gave you everything I had, every last little bit of it. And here you stand, calling me a sin. Well, fine, but don't expect me to condescend to that standard ever again. See, I will never be the one to engage with you in a war of words, throwing stones and breaking brittle bones. I've got too much left to accomplish everything on my own. Don't mistake me cutting ties, leaving this fellowship and this relationship to die with hostile bitterness, see. It's simply that in my inner sense, see, I know that we are going in different paths, separate ways. And we each have our own demons to face. I wish you luck with yours, but please wish me luck with mine. I hope you find that you always were searching for, even though we shared a clandestine mirage of love. See, we shared a past, but that wasn't good enough reason to share a future crossing paths. And I'm moving forward and you're moving forward. We can't very much do that if we're too busy staring at what's at our back. See? And change creeps in suddenly as a heart attack. So I'm severing ties finally, but with grace intact, hopefully.